Welcome, episode 5. I'm Cro-Mag, and that is Turtle.
Early wasted. How's it going?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this past weekend, a couple days ago, was Money in the Bank, and definitely unique. Never before happened like that. Never before have we had a weird behind the scenes in a building brawl.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in the following. I wish the matches that happened to start were taking place there. And I understand for travel reasons why they probably don't want everyone traveling to and from performer wise, but it would have been cool if like all the matches took place upstairs and then like later on they fought to the, you know what I mean?
I think it would have kind of gave the main event uh, a little away since we seen the whole entire up top of the roof the whole show and then see the main event like reaching there. I think that was the whole idea of like, oh man, how's it gonna look when they fight up there?
Oh,
I don't know, maybe that.
so you're there trying to like hold the suspense, you mean?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And that was probably filmed. I'm pretty sure it wasn't live in any
Oh
way,
yeah,
shape, or
definitely.
form.
Yeah.
It may have happened that day, but it was definitely, unfortunately not
No, because
live.
they said the Stephanie McMahon was pre-recorded because she wasn't voting.
I see. I didn't hear that one. You said she wasn't there. You cut out real quick.
Yeah, they said she wasn't even there. She was recorded. They just put it because if you actually watch it again,
The lighting's
it's just her
different,
behind a white screen.
and the lighting was different. That's what I did notice. I'm like, she's not there, right? At
Yeah,
the same time, which, I get it. Maybe she's staying extra distant and didn't want to be around the people. I don't know.
yeah.
So let's start from the beginning. What were your thoughts on the opening match? Now, I didn't watch too much of the pre-show and the
And
kickoff or anything, so
no, I'm not even gonna count the pre-show. I'm just gonna go straight into the money in the bank.
okay, fine. We'll go right to the main pay-per-view. What were your thoughts on the very first match?
Um, it was kind of that startup. You know what I mean? It was real slow in the beginning. Like watched it twice, and I'm still kind of like, it was all right for a tag match, triple threat.
It was a four-way,
I kind of. Oh yeah, excuse me. I just
but it was a
I just kind of
weird.
felt like they could have had a little bit better spots at moments.
They could have had way better
It,
moments, way better spots, and it was kind of confusing because it didn't feel like a four-way. It felt like what it
yeah, there was a couple
was.
teams they stalled outside for a bit and had a couple just
But
one-on-one tags.
the rules were a little confusing. I thought it was a botch match personally because of that.
Yeah,
It was hard to tell like what was supposed to happen, what was planned, what was accidental, like move wise, just because it was like they
I
were just
mean the
standing out
Lucha
there.
House Party, they did a good job. I like them, especially when they were actually working with Morrison. They were actually great. That was
So personally, of the four, I think that I'm kind of the Suns are growing on me a little bit. Not just because they're also military, which there's a little bit of brotherhood there, but which is the one reason I kind of like Lacey Evans for that same reason. But anyway, they're growing on me a little bit because they're. I feel like they're proving themselves a little bit as performers.
um, Murphy, Buddy Murphy. That's one of his tag team partners is from the Unforgotten.
Say that one more time.
You know Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy? No, you mean Murphy, Seth's boy?
Oh, he's Murphy now. Yeah,
Okay.
he the one that kind of got the little beer gut that was actually in the match,
Mm-hmm.
not the shaved head one, the long hair one.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be his tag team partner. NXT.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't. Okay, I understand now. Gotcha. It's funny. Like when they change names or if they change like who they're working with, I sometimes forget. Like there was a long time I forgot about changing the topic, but like Reverend Devon, like I forgot for like sometimes that he was a Dudley. You know what I mean? Like, not that I
Oh, really?
no, not that hang on, hey, before you all hate on me, not that I forgot, but like you kind
Somebody
of
forgets that he was a reverend.
no. Well, that's when Batista the first came out, and I loved Batista because again I had a thing, not a thing, but like I gravitated towards those massive dudes, like the big dudes. I did, that's why I was
Leviathan.
pretty, yeah, dude. Like it was a weird, shitty, terrible name, but it's better than the prototype. That was really bad.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But like, I mean, what kind of name's John Cena? It's not a gimmicky name,
And shit.
But
I'll take that. And I don't know. Yeah, prototype sounds like a transformer.
right, and let's just be honest. I don't think if you were gonna name a
It
prototype,
didn't make the show.
I probably would have named Orton a prototype, just based.
What?
Yeah, dude. If you were gonna between Cena and Orton, I think Orton's way more of a like fitting of that title and that character.
I don't know. I think it was the spiky hair that sold it for John Cena. He had that troll spike going.
Yeah, but dude, Orton had still does has that baby face.
Boy, he didn't have tattoos.
Okay, fair enough. We're gonna so back to the Money in the Bank. The Miz and Morrison. They're, I don't know. They're to me they're. I'm not a fan. They're good, but I'm just not fans. I'm not as a tag team. As a tag team, I'm not feeling it.
Exactly. You just said it right there. Yeah, exactly. As a tag, go solo, and I think they'll go profit.
Oh,
Definitely. I mean, I understand that we're lacking tag teams, but
that's another thing. With all, it's almost. I feel the roster, and I don't know if it's just because of COVID. I feel the roster's really thin right now.
Yeah, or that, like if a lot. I'm wondering how many people don't even want to work right now. They're like, nah, I don't know.
Well, dude, but think about the matches and the people you've seen and either both shows in the last, we'll say 2 months. It's the same 4 people.
Yeah. Oh my.
It's like,
yeah.
dude, you're gonna burn them
put in
out.
that double overtime.
You're gonna burn them out, and we know that, and not burn them out as performers. As a fan, you're gonna burn them out. People are gonna just go, can only see the same fucking match between Dolph and Otis so many times before it's like, dude, I'm not. That's enough.
And they do a good story base, but like, yeah, if it like with that whole stable going on right now, with Andrades,
Dude,
I just, oh my god, we watched him 4 times back to back, tag,
yeah,
singles,
so
like, oh my god.
it was a bit much, and I get it. I know why, but here's the thing, and people might forget this, but that's why there's a new era coming. I said it before. I can feel it. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know what it's going to look like. But there's a new era coming. I don't know if it's a good era or a bad era, but a new one's coming. This one, as of now, how it feels before we discuss it. For those of you who haven't seen the Money in the Bank, the people that won, they're definitely going a different route. Now I don't know how much of this was shoot from the hip. Oh crap! Let's change it real quick and throw all the other plans out the window because. With what we discussed and the scenarios we discussed, none of that's going to play out really because they went a different route, which after watching Raw last Monday, just 2 days ago, it kind of makes sense. Or no, today's Tuesday. Excuse me, yesterday. Wow. So it's almost like as if they changed it, like I said, last minute. Because of the news of Seth and Becky not having a baby. And I unfortunately didn't get to catch all of Seth being a dick And I don't know how much of that was fake and how much of that was real, but from what I've seen, it doesn't appear to be all fake. Thoughts on
What?
that?
He's talking about his match
No,
on Monday.
his general mouth towards
I
Ray.
don't, I don't know what he. I don't know what he said, but like the match stuff, I mean, that was they built up.
Basically, all right. In a nutshell, he was a dick to Ray. Just interrupted the interview, and a bunch of people are saying he looks stoned out of his ass, which we all know the WWE has zero tolerance for that. That's why Hardy's had all the problems he's had in years. So
Is this in a promo on the match or the?
it was a promo with Ray. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, what it is was Seth Rollins was in a trance Monday, and kind of looking at people. Had his hair was all messed up, just didn't care. Just had that look. Just didn't want. He just didn't look like he didn't want to be there. Or in the tag match, it was the same way. Murphy was getting his butt whipped, and he wouldn't even tag. He was staring off. And finally, Seth snaps at the end. Kind of like he rammed Ray Ray's eye in the corner of the steel steps.
Okay, but it makes me wonder how much of that was like.
I think it was just all buy-in because he lost. Now he's supposed to be a leader, right? So where does he go from this loss? And then after, and like maybe it's the whole handshake that threw him off. Like he just shook this man's hand after he's got his ass whipped. Did that just throw him off? Like I feel like there's a little bit going on here that I don't think that was like a personal thing where he was trying. I think it was all story and business.
Okay, I wonder. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll never know 100%, but we'll find out. So, I actually liked their match a lot, and at the end, I was like, "Damn!" Like
the Drew and Seth Rollins. Oh
yeah.
my God, yeah, it was great.
I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was not the best. I'm not really.
Hold on, we're missing one person.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're skipping a match. Second match.
Yeah. No, we are skipping. Sorry, my apologies. Rewind it back. Go ahead.
My man, R-Truth tonight on Money in the Bank.
Dude, I couldn't. That did not feel like like. Why was that on a pay-per-view?
I don't care if it was the dumbest match ever. My man, R-Truth sells. That guy is so funny. Like his promos, everything is so great. I love it.
My kids were laughing because when he first came out, they're like, "Does he know?" I said, "He knows there's no audience. He's just his character is an idiot."
What's up?
I said his character is an idiot, and that's why he's pretending there's an audience there. Through all this.
Oh my God, I love it, man.
I said, so good.
Hey, when he slapped fucking Bobby, I laughed my ass off.
Dude, I could, and I love. I don't know, like we've talked before. I like Bobby's physique. I like those bodybuilder looking dudes like Cage and Batista, and obviously Lesnar, and definitely Bobby Lashley, and like. I've always had a problem with those guys with the fact of they're these just like the stuff that Lesnar was physically capable of, and you see him lose to someone like Rey Mysterio. As a kid or a fan, you're just like, what just happened? It's not
David
possible.
And Goliath.
It's not possible. It's just not possible. That's the one problem I've had with them. But that aside. It was the silliest match. Was it hilarious? Yes. The whole night as a whole, I laughed.
Him being everything, yeah. And then talking about he's going to be spearing Tom Brady.
Yeah. And I was like...
so funny.
I was like, Tom Brady... Does he... Man... and my kids were laughing. I'm like, no.
24/7. I-95 South.
Come back home. I'll spear Tom Brady.
Oh my God!
It's just like, and then I was expecting Gronk to stand right there and just like, but of course not. So,
yeah.
There was some missed opportunities. There were some, or even better, if Tom was somehow there.
Yeah, I mean they're in Florida. Yeah.
You know, like I'm sure, like I'm surprised Vince didn't call in a favor, be like, "Yo, please, just help me out, hook this up, let's go."
That's that's like the moments I was always trying to figure out the spots that was laughing at like the hardest. I'm stuck between the R-Truth promo, not the match, promo after the match, or the food fights.
Dude, oh
Paul
my
Heyman got pied in the
goodness,
face
ladies and
by
gentlemen,
all that rice.
he just
I can see Vince over there. Ah, yeah, I love it. I like that.
so okay. So the Bobby Lashley match was obviously a joke. But
Yeah,
our truce,
popcorn, man.
promos, because he's an idiot, are the best.
Oh yeah, great. I cannot get enough of
You know, but
it. I love R-Truth. He's
he
so funny, man.
he's such a dope. And I get it. It's his
Man's
character.
been there for so long.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, dude, like he's not that good in my opinion as a performer in the ring. That's my opinion.
Shit, he can do a hell of a 360 spin now in the midair and hell of a scissor kick. I think he does a better scissor kick than Booker.
All right, we're gonna end this right now. We're done. Turn this off. Turn this off right now. Turn this off. Don't you dare fucking. Can't be
King Booker.
can't be disrespecting the king like that. The Spinneroonie was the best, man. So I feel like so with that said, and I do feel this way. Like I don't hate R-Truth. I just not a fan of him. I feel like he's similar to Booker, but way more retarded. Like Booker used to say and do some really stupid shit, but he'd back it up.
He's a comedy spoof.
And
Yeah, shit. You got to think he's getting into his 50s now.
Really?
Yeah, R-Truth. Yeah, I think he's like 47 or something.
I thought he was. Honestly, I thought he was only like 42, 43. So okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he's up there.
Fair enough. I know that matters. I mean, shit. Look at like Undertaker looks 76.
Oh, look at this. Look at him though. He's still like in shape though.
And that's another thing I didn't realize. Like, dude, like some of these dudes, like, do you remember when Ric Flair was like 50? He was like, ugh. You know?
Oh yeah, the flab.
Like, dude, like, what the fuck? Hogan was another one.
Yeah.
But then you see guys like Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Even Kurt looked like shit. And look, I get it's a tough life, but to me, it's a business where your appearance matters. So,
I guess if you don't, it's all about, I guess, toning yourself too, and I guess you get into that height of body structure, and then you stop for that few months, or you're gonna start losing. You're gonna flab a little
right.
bit.
So just from all the knowledge I have on this subject, there's a lot of truth to that. But let's go with the ladies match. What were your
Bailey, huh?
the Bailey's match? What were your
I actually was surprisingly decent match, but honestly, towards the end, I think it got botched. I felt like it should have been a lift up to another slam, just the way it looked. Maybe it was supposed to be like, but overall, I thought the match was actually good.
so
There was some kind of match. There was kind of moments where I was just like, why are we still talking after we just got done fighting? Like that whole time when she picked Bailey up and then put her on there. It was like, you want to slap me? Like, we just got done. Like, she was like kidney shotting you and rib shotting you and all this before. Like, now we want to get into a whole like talk. Like,
Yeah.
that was like, there was a couple, but it was alright.
I liked the whole match as a whole. The takeaway was really good for me. I enjoyed it. My kids enjoyed it. My wife actually, believe it or not, sat down and watched the whole thing with us, the whole event. And so, she enjoyed it as well. But I don't know, like,
Who was in the match? You know what I mean? I was surprised. I really honestly didn't think it was going to go this good. And I'm more leaning on towards Tamina, but
okay. So
it was good.
yeah, I guess with the leading on Tamina part of it, she's pretty good. I there's a lot she can't do because of her size. She's not the greatest performer or the greatest athlete, but I think she's pretty good, and I actually like her a lot. And I would between okay, so big women. Who do you prefer between her and Nia Jax?
Um, Jax. It just the only reason why because it feels like to me with Tamina's character, it doesn't feel like she got out of her shell yet. Kind of like shy in a way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just the way the her body looks green. It just looks like she hasn't opened up.
Yes, it's almost like she's like the old school goon. Just stand here,
Yeah, yeah,
right? And I agree with that statement. And she is, from what we've seen as of thus. Uh, I definitely prefer Nia Jax. She's not
yeah.
only
Same.
not only big, but like she sells crazy just as good as Shayna Baszler does. So
Even
totally
though
down.
she stares off into the middle of nowhere, I feel like whoever's out there, she's mugging the shit out of them. They're scared.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, next match we're gonna go with fucking Claymore Country, man, because we didn't really get to discuss it too much.
Wait, you had the other title before that.
Right. We're going to Drew because I'm excited.
Okay, I got you.
I feel like
Go for it.
there's a lot there. Um, it was intense for me as if like watching it. I feel Seth sold the entrance very well. Like
Oh,
I did not, I wasn't 100% expecting Drew to win. In the beginning, about halfway through the match, I realized, okay, yeah, Drew's gonna win. It was kind of obvious, I thought, but up until that point, like they went back and forth very well. I feel the flow of the match was decent, not the greatest. There were some moments when I'm like, okay, gentlemen, stop stalling. This is getting a little boring, but the overall flow I thought was really, really good. So before we continue, we'll say from the beginning to the first half. What were your thoughts?
I like the first half. It was just I the second half. I questioned a little bit, but I not in a bad way. I was just kind of like, yeah, maybe we could have did something a little bit different that could have popped it louder. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like the first part because I like the whole. I like the talk that was going on. Like, hey, take your time. I'm loving it. Like that was funny to me. Like, it's getting under his skin type deal. That was cool.
I did enjoy that aspect, and not to backtrack a little real quick, I thought it was hilarious that Bailey, being a piece of shit she is character wise, splashed Tamina with the water. You're thirsty. Here you go.
Oh, okay. Going back on Bailey's
Yeah.
match. Okay, the one thing that I loved about Bailey is I always said this to my wife. It's like it's so quiet in the audience that I always wondered if the commentary feels embarrassed that they can hear themselves talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, and I know the superstars hear them, right? Nobody, they ignore them. The only person that shouted them out was Bailey when Michael Cole was like, "Oh, that was a super kick. I don't know if she has what she can get or something," and Bailey was like, "Oh, you think that's all she has? Huh? You think that's it?" Like just straight talking to Michael Cole, and he's like, "I think she's gonna talk to you there, Cole."
It concretes the character.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel it
Yeah.
does. So I think it's a great job. I hate Bailey, but I like that part of it. Like,
Yeah, that I was like, oh my, finally somebody acknowledged.
okay, so back to the Drew show. Uh, I thought it was interesting how it went. How the ending with the super kick to or earlier on rather.
Counter connections, yeah.
The counters were I thought pretty good. And then it was
I
obvious.
just thought that was my big thing.
Once he bounced off the rope into the Claymore, I'm like, okay, it's over. He wins. Blue,
Yeah, I
But-
just thought it was good to do the counter ending. I just wanted it to be a different counter. I think the whole headbutt was like too much. Like you kept doing the headbutt thing over.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have did something else, that would have been cool.
Had he hit a Claymore earlier, I feel it would have been less obvious to finally hit one.
Yeah.
Like, as he finally hit one, it's like, okay, that's obviously how he's going to end it, breaking his jaw.
Right. Oh
Okay.
man, Seth sold that too.
Seth's on. Yes, I think Seth sells shit very well, way better than Drew does. I think Drew actually takes a hit for real. Um, sometimes, like,
Right.
sometimes the way he hits, the way you can see him get hit, it's like, did he actually have to hit you? Like,
Yeah. Oh my god, when he got that on Seth, I was like, and then the whole head up in the air like he was knocked out. That was like, look at him, he is selling the shit out of him.
I,
It was good.
you know, Seth is growing on me the more I watch and rewatch some of his old matches because I was not a Seth fan. He's good, don't get me
Seth,
wrong, but I wasn't
yeah,
like in the
Seth is.
stands like, woo, you know. I am
Yeah,
now, and even though now
he's a guy can go both ways.
that's that's what she said. But yes,
Yeah.
so
He-
were you disappointed in the fact that Drew won?
No, no, that was actually my forte on the result.
Okay, okay. Um, as
I don't
was
think they were gonna waste Drew.
I wasn't sure if okay. Now,
Because I honestly, and the reason why I say that is I feel like Seth Rollins can bounce back after a loss with this character he has compared to what Drew could do.
which is what we discussed last week, and
Yeah.
absolutely. But I was wondering if he was going to lose, and then they were going to, whatever, make him go dark, or dark as in go, under the ground for a little bit, or come right back and go
Whoa.
back and forth because he gets that chance.
Yeah,
So
and then you got to think about the whole thing about like if you're swapping titles like that, if title even matters anymore.
true, but if there was some sort of interference, like, so
That's the downfall about it. You would have to do an interference all the time to make each person greater. So doing this the first time, knowing that Seth can bounce back, seeing what he did Monday, already proves it.
okay, I will. I
'Cause
have to. No,
I can
I have
see
to
a new
agree.
change coming at him. You know what I mean? There's another character coming out of Seth already as we're
Oh,
seeing.
I see what you're saying now. You're saying he's
He's
gonna
getting darker now.
he's gonna come out as something else.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's gonna be a different side. Like you
Which
better follow me or else. So like he's gonna be harder now.
so you think he's gonna go all fucking anti Monday night?
Yeah, kind of like
That'd be
I'm not
cool.
here to save you guys. I'm here to like you're gonna like listen. Yeah. Like I can see something.
Hmm. So, what do you think about the hacker, and how long are they gonna drag this out?
So I've heard that there's been rumors that there's three people out of this, or two, the most, three the most, two, hope that they're
So
thinking.
there's at least two, and that's I only say that because you can tell the one time it was a dude, definitely a dude, and the last time my one of my kids pointed it out, he goes, "That was a woman's hand." I said, "Yes, it was." Good
Yeah, it didn't
observation.
match.
So I'm like, how funny would it be if it was like Triple H and Stephanie? That would be hilarious.
See, a lot of people are like saying it's what's his name, Mustafa Ali, because of the symbol, and they're thinking the voice that they countered out was like voice of oh my god, who was it?
But what about the woman's hand? Do you think he's got like, if it is him, are you thinking they're gonna have like she's his puppet, to throw everybody off kind of thing?
Right? I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like it has me like I'm I'm kind of like favoring Mustafa because of that circle symbol, on the computer screen.
So
That's his in the center of his hand.
right, and that would make sense. But if it's more deceptive, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people are saying it's like multiple people.
You know, or if it is him, hang on, if it's not him, how cool would it be if like he gets unmasked, but like all you see is his head, and later we find out like he was actually duct taped to the chair and it wasn't him, he was framed, kind of thing. You know,
Yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know if they do. Like, I don't know if the writers think of shit like this sometimes. I know they think of it, but like, I don't know how much they actually think about it. You know. Um,
Here's your. That just made me reminded that's your new era. That's going to be WWE's new era. It's the era of Hollywood because they're going to be filming it.
well, and dude, but they better step up their game hardcore because this is not.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good right now.
Especially when fans come back.
Right. So, but my question was, how long do you think they're going to drag this out for?
The hacker thing.
Yeah, like, dude, let it come to a head a little. Like, I know they got to probably. They're going to drag
Until
it out, but.
yeah, until like I feel like they're going to drag it out until we actually start seeing like body shadows in the crowd. Once you start seeing shadows, like just like hooded people in the crowd, and we don't see faces, they're getting closer to the ring. That's when they're going to start revealing.
So you're talking.
If they're going to keep,
you're talking.
if
Like,
they're going to keep the promos like what we're seeing now, then they'll probably linger.
so you might be talking till WrestleMania, not WrestleMania, Royal Rumble,
Maybe not that long. Yeah,
Royal Rumble. Sorry.
yeah. Maybe Survivor Series, SummerSlam. I mean, it's SummerSlam.
I don't think they're gonna have an audience for
August.
Yeah, but they're only gonna have Florida audiences.
When do you think it's coming back?
Dude, the way the country's going now, I'm thinking not to like. I don't know. Like my state's really bad with it.
Yeah.
New York, so I'm thinking it's gonna be later, like fall. Like opening week, more or less of football. Like,
Yeah.
and then here's the problem: we know they've already come out and said that there's gonna be it's gonna like re-peak and start over again come like the fall, winter, if you will. So whatever, it is what it is. I guess I don't know, but okay. So we're all over the place on the hacker and who it is. Now, however, originally the hacker, because I got into some discussions with people on Twitter, there's actually like 2 or 3 different real life hackers that this person is like mimicking, so to speak. And there's an actual exact hacker that the WWE, like there's, okay, if you see it on Twitter, if anyone's listening, there's like a hacker account for the WWE, like for that character, but it's identical to someone on YouTube. Apparently someone's like been scrutinizing it, and they're talking the same. They're saying some of the same things, similar things. They have actual and established crowd already, if you will. So I wonder if the WWE called this person somehow magically and was like, "Hey, look, can we use your likeness? We're not going to reveal you. We don't want to know who you are, but can we use your likeness?" Or something along those lines. I don't know. Because I've been trying to discover it and I haven't. I've come up empty. Because there is another hacker that actually exists that we don't know who it is. A real life person that does terrible things to bad people. So you're muted, by the way.
Yeah. I was just
okay. No, you're good. You're good. Good. She sneezed. So, yeah. Then, what was the other match we're missing? Because I feel like nothing else really stood out to me.
The Strowman and Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt match. Okay, how did I forget that? My kids enjoyed that a lot. That was probably one of the more serious matches, and I really wish there would have been an audience for it. It would have popped, I think.
Well, it's just the beginning.
Right, but when Strowman came, so I guess we're gonna jump all over the place, but when Strowman came out with the mask on, like that, the crowd would have went nuts.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, you know damn well the crowd would have been fucking, ooh, because dude, like, I was sitting at home going, no, he didn't. Yeah. Like,
I knew it was gonna like build up because you gotta end it with the Fiend, right? If they continue this, it's gonna be the Fiend that shuts him down.
Right. It'd be cool if Husky Harris shut him down. Just saying. So, dude, he was. I liked the character. I did.
Oh my god, dude! Braun Strowman was so. I love, like, when he kept talking, he was just like, "Man, I'm extremely nervous, but I'm very excited." Like, it's just so. The way he kept talking, he was just like looking at the commentary, and he was like, "You guys, great. Doesn't matter. Whatever."
Hang on, your audio's getting choppy there for a second.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You were close to it, but it was choppy. No, Strowman, I like what he's become. I think they did a good job with pushing him, and I think he sort of rises to the occasion.
Yeah, I like.
I think his match at WrestleMania was complete trash.
I mean, you can't blame him who he was up against, right?
Right, and it was kind of boring. We talked about this, not to backtrack on it, but like Strowman and Goldberg and Lesnar, their matches were just a bunch of finishers and it was over. But we also
game match,
right? But we also discussed the fact that for Strowman and Goldberg, Strowman was sweaty as a motherfucker. Like they were both very sweaty at WrestleMania when they came out for the start of their match.
Oh yeah.
So I think, and I'm going to stand by this, I think they did another match and recorded it. And when they went to record that one, Vince says, "Oh, we don't have time. Fucking roll this one."
Spray bottle.
But why, dude? No, he physically looked like he was like.
Yeah, he did.
And then like the match just started. What the fuck are you doing? Like, you know, what's going on here? I'm like a crackhead sweating out like that. All right, so now because we got about 20 minutes left. I think we got hopefully enough time to tear into the Money in the Bank main event, if you will.
So glad it turned out better than I thought. The way the entrances started, I was just like, "Oh my god, this is gonna suck." But I was wrong.
So I the entrances were okay. They were really stupid, but what are you gonna do?
Oh, they were dumb.
What are you gonna do? You know.
I was see just the way it just felt fake. The way the pre-recorded the angles were, and I'm like, man, is this how the whole match was gonna be? And then
pretty much,
no, it wasn't. It was good. Like I'm not gonna lie, I would laugh my ass the whole time Otis was in there, right? And everybody was talking trash. Like, yeah, the King's here. AJ, you get ready for this, right? They're just all talking trash. But if you listen closely in the background, Otis is just in the background by himself talking about, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Like,
yes,
nobody's talking.
Yes, he did. He was just doing this and like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So, again, keep in mind when I talk about my kids, they're currently as of May 12th, 2020, they are 11, 8, and 4. His birthday was yesterday, so that's cool. That's why he's 11 now.
Happy birthday.
I'll let him know tomorrow. He should be sleeping by now. So they all laughed at the entire Money in the Bank match, main event. And like I said, the 8-year-old and the 4-year-old watched it again last night on Monday night afternoon. And, dude, the 4-year-old was giggling the entire time. He was just like, oh, yeah, it's pie. Oh, yeah. He was just
Hell
giggling
yeah.
about everything Otis did, and I'm like, well, that's because he's Otis, like, you know. Now he knows him as Stinkface from the movie The Main Event, but I had to explain, no. He is Otis. He played a character in a movie. Now he's 4, so I can't really tell him that's not even his actual name. He's playing another character on a wrestling show, like, you know. But so I thought Asuka starting on top of the fucking thing was hilarious. She's just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna come through the elevator with like something like ram.
I was expecting something crazy, and what she did wasn't, I guess, that level of crazy, but it was still kind of like, what the fuck? Like, they're like, where is this bitch? And
Yeah.
like, oh, there she is.
And that's what that part scared me. She hit the elevator, took off, and I'm like, are we gonna like miss the entire like section of the WWE building?
I was concerned about that, but for whatever reason, they had the elevator magically stop at that level. It was kind of weird. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I
yeah.
thought the elevators were going to be disabled because, you know, and we all know
disabled to that floor.
Yeah, and they didn't walk like. It was just weird. That the whole traveling floors was weird because you're telling me there's only like 4 floors of the building.
No, the only time we saw a set of stairs was when
the ladies.
Girls got tackled. Yeah, that was it.
Right. So like, but that's what I mean. They were only on like 3 or 4 floors. So
yeah,
that was kind of, and I get it. They wanted to showcase the conference room, which with Dana was pretty funny, I thought.
Yeah.
The Stephanie part, when they cut to it, it was a different lighting, and you could tell she's not in that hallway. And like you said, it was a white screen, so like,
there.
even better. Like, I thought. So I'm trying to.
I love the brother love skit. Was great,
dude. So all the people that they brought back, like the legends, my kids were like, "Who's that? Who's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, you guys will never understand." You know,
man. Love Ray Ray's action to it.
He's like, "Oh, I love you too, but I gotta go right now."
Yeah, I gotta go.
And then Michael's like, "Who's the guy he hit in the face with the pie?"
Oh, fucking! Oh, yeah.
I was like,
"People power,"
and he was like, "He's in a wheelchair. He shouldn't hit someone in a wheelchair." And I was like, "No, that's he's fine." I said he's fine.
So when I found out, too, the guy that was dressed up like Doink, apparently an Indies wrestler named Frank Clown. He was doing Respect out. I never heard of this guy before, but that's who he was. The one that came out behind the chair when after they did the little skit after the elevator thing. They're all fighting behind the Attitude Era.
That wasn't actually him?
Doink? No. That was an indie wrestler. He goes at he is a clown in indie. That's his gimmick, but he goes as Frank the Clown.
Oh, okay. Well, I missed that somehow.
But he was showing respect to Doink.
Right. So okay. So I definitely missed that. My wife had to turn away because my kids were like, "No," and they slammed their hands onto her face, and then she's like, "Why are you?" And they're like, "Don't look." And she's like, "Okay," because she doesn't.
Yeah, he came out.
Yeah.
Back down.
Yeah. And then, no, I just thought, that was kind of weird too. Like they're in a random room with wrestling ropes. I'm like, what the fuck?
That was the Attitude Era.
I know it was like the Hall, not Hall of Fame, like a trophy room.
Yeah. I love that. And then they were fighting in it. Oh my God. And that was the moment where Otis got lit up when he was doing the yes move with Daniel. Yeah.
Yep.
And man, we got kicked. Like, God.
Daniel Bryan was not having it. It was like, dude. So I did like the fact that there were chairs with like pictures on them from like my kids. Like, what are those? I said they're just chairs commemorating big moments, probably because you couldn't quite see it.
The one with the Money in the Bank logo and all that?
No, there were just random chairs on the wall, like in the one hallway.
Oh, okay.
That had, like, one was definitely WrestleMania.
Hood.
Yeah, there was, like, random shit like that, and there was a bunch of stuff. I thought the AJ scene, my kids, they got it, but to me, it was too stupid and too like.
What? No, that keeps the memory of like he hasn't forgotten of the main.
I don't know. It just felt it. I didn't like how it felt. It felt way too in
I
order.
love it when he the corner and that was the poster. He jumped back. You know, that gave him the vision.
Okay,
Like, oh,
yes,
you ain't forgotten.
that part was
Like,
great. That part was good.
yeah.
I'm talking about when they threw him in the room.
Yeah, it just you know that was just him filling in. You know, shut him in real quick. Go move on to a next scene.
I got the purpose for it, but like,
Yeah.
I felt
But
like
what was cool about that is you actually see the urn, the con. They were just showing respect, little props.
that's
You know?
all it was. They wanted to showcase their like trophy room to the taker, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I wish they would. You know, it's hard because from a business standpoint, they're trying to show off shit. So like, okay, but to me, I think they could have just had him go like this, and they could have cut away.
The whole poster was perfect for me.
No. Yeah, the poster part was perfect. They could have had AJ go, oh, shit, and they could have panned to the Taker poster and then like cut away and gone to a different scene and left it like that.
Yeah.
They didn't need to shove him in the room. But I get it. They're trying to, I guess, build up and show the room and build up like it actually fucks him up, which, you know, whatever.
Traumatized.
Right. And so around shortly after that, it was when AJ and Daniel were in Vince's office. And dude,
Oh, I love this.
that shit,
So
he
good.
just stood there and he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, you know, and had this happened I said this on Twitter and I'm going to say it again, and a lot of people said it as well in responding to me. If this would have happened in like 97 to 2007, there would have been a female there like Alexa Bliss giving him like a fucking temple massage, you know? How dare you bother me? Don't you know how to knock on my office?
He would have stood up with his pants down.
Or that too. Or that too.
Yeah.
And
You know why they said they didn't fight in his office?
why?
It's because he didn't want. He was afraid they were going to ruin the T-Rex head that Triple H gave him.
I didn't even look into that or hear anything about that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so he didn't want to. He just did a little skit instead, I guess.
What I thought it was good though. It was very fitting.
Oh yeah, it was funny.
I thought dude, you were so fucking terrible in there. Me, you were the one that told me to put the chairs back. I did, didn't I?
Oh, right into a punch, and then it goes right into the music. Yeah, like I love it.
Nah, he's a funny dude. Like I do like AJ. I've watched, like I've told you before, a few times. I've caught a few minutes of his streams on Mixer, and I think he's a decent dude. Like, you know, I don't know him personally, but just from what I've seen as a wrestling performer, I think he's great. As a streamer performer, he's also pretty fucking good. So it's not. I think he's a good dude. Like, you know, for entertainment wise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's funny. I love. He's talented.
And then you know, back to AJ and the Taker a little bit. There was a story that came out about Michelle McCool and how she actually texted AJ's wife and was like, "Look, I love your husband. I love you. I love your family. But he's being a dick right now, and he's doing his job very well because I really want to punch him in the mouth." You know, so
Yeah.
because and Mark told Michelle, like, hey, just so you know, tonight you're gonna see some stuff you're not gonna like from this promo.
Yeah.
And that was when he was like, it's your fault, you gold digging bitch. You're dragging this man out to get money. Like, you know, that's not what he said, but that was that promo, if you remember it.
You got take that. Take him to that plot that Michelle picked out and bury him personally.
Yeah, he said some terrible things, and it's cool because, like, she, you know, obviously, if you read the article headline, it's like, Michelle McCool hates AJ, blah, blah. But if you actually read it, it's an interview where she, like, gave her actual thoughts and was like, I texted his wife telling him he's doing his job very well because I'm actually upset. and she's not upset with him, and really, because she knows the truth. They hang out like
She knows the business.
she knows it's a business. I mean, she herself was a star, like if a superstar, let alone not just a performer in her own right. So it's definitely not. I hate everyone to go to gold digger. No, how? Because he's been around for 87 years wrestling doesn't mean he's got $1 million. You know what I mean? Like all this money. But I thought that was really funny. And then Vince had to. It wasn't just a skit come in the office. He ended it with the hand sanitizer and real quick, which I thought was fitting for the times. It was kind of funny.
Right back to writing something.
Something else they could have done with it. It would have been funny if if they came in, he threw up a mask real quick and was spraying Lysol like this, like get out, get out.
Yeah.
That would have been really, really, really funny. Get out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Get out. A lot of things they could have done with that. And then so they got to the roof, and if you remember some of the earlier promos for the rooftop, you could tell it was like the ring was on a raised garden type platform. So even if you were to so even if you were to throw them off of where the ring was, it was only like a 10-foot drop. Not even. So you
can even see the stunt pad,
which was like, come on, you guys fucked up that badly. You couldn't fucking get that out of here? Come on. I really didn't.
I didn't think they were going to throw anybody like that, though.
I did.
I think they're going to do that spot since they showed that angle.
But they fucked up, and they did. And they said many times, AJ said, I'll throw anybody off. Female, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. I mean, and then the way the angle was when they did it, especially when Ray threw over, it looked so good. I was just like, oh shit.
Oh no, they did a good job with throwing them over. What they fucked up was showing where the pad was, showing the roof in general, because you knew it wasn't a very far drop to where he was going to land. They also screwed up with, in my opinion, the sound effect. Like the second he disappeared, you heard. Like, no.
Blah.
It should have been like somehow edit it out, do something, figure out a way so it's like, I don't know, something.
They're not trying to kill him, pal.
And then, but it was cool. It was cool. Not the two I expected to go over. I actually thought,
especially Alistair. I know Ray definitely, maybe, but
I thought
Alistair not.
Ray was expected. Alistair, again, earlier. See, it's hard because a lot of this contradicts my original thoughts that we had last week. And there was some miscommunication on Twitter. People were like, "Well, that's your podcast, and those are your takes." I said, "Listen to the episode, and you'll hear my actual takes. These are just brief and not even complete thoughts on." Because I kind of briefly said AJ was too predictable. Baron, maybe. I don't think so. Daniel Bryan, definitely not. And I kind of went through the list on how I said Ray would be cool to say he finally did it in his career, there was the very brief thoughts of what we said, but what the guy didn't understand was he thought I was predicting it when all I was saying is what could happen based on who they grabbed, which is what we discussed on last week. But so on the roof, the ladies were lackluster and completely trash. That's why I think Baron was trying to stop Asuka, because if you watch how he was stopped, say again.
Yeah, it was very confusing.
The way so anyone now that you should go back right now and watch it. When he goes up there, he's not hitting her. He's kind of trying to pull her down. Dude, no, not yet.
Stop.
Not now.
No.
And she just fucking go ahead and did it.
Slap the shit out of him.
But they gave her the title, so we know she wasn't punished for it.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, if that wasn't the spot, then what is? You know what I mean? What was what was Corbin's idea? Trying to interfere on Austin, and at the same time, if that wasn't the spot, then what were they going to do? Like, were they going to mix the females up one more time with the male, and then have that? But I mean, if that wasn't the case and that wasn't how it was supposed to win, that male part actually played out a little bit better than I expected. Like the fumble and everything, that was
So yes, and that was a little botched. Otis stood there. Go ahead.
Oh, maybe it was supposed to be us mix where Asuka and Corbin were battling over trying to grab their briefcases, and it was supposed to be a flip, like Asuka grabbed his. They went to like Otis's hand or something like that, and maybe it was too soon.
Maybe, I don't know. I think they handled it good, and because we know it was recorded, they could have stopped it and went over. You know what I mean? So like they didn't care.
Oh, yeah.
They clearly
probably
didn't care too much. But why else was he up there? Like, 'cause it did not make sense. He wasn't punching her. Wasn't trying to throw her off. She didn't try to throw him off. It was so. It was like as if they were talking. I'm like, what the fuck? And that was another thing during Bray and Strowman's match. Like, there was definite moment when he was like, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, all of a sudden, Strowman hit him. So I was like, okay, so we know what's going on. It was a little too obvious. But I get it because they can't talk loud because there's no audience to cancel out the sound.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But I think the reason I say it was botched was because Otis was in front of the ladder facing this way a little too soon. Like he was already planted.
Fair enough.
He was already like, well, not quite like that, but he was standing there not doing shit before AJ was even on the ladder.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wasn't expecting it though. Not really. And then he fumbled it, and the way AJ fumbled it, you obviously, you can't. It was an intention.
It's hard to fake.
It's hard to fake it. He did a decent job with it. He's like,
that's the thing. You gotta grab that corner, make it roll, and it looked like he did that good. The corner of the briefcase, so it like hit the edge, and it was like boop boop, and then flipped up.
I think he did a decent job with it because it was like, he like fumbled it and looked down. Was like,
the whole like, oh no.
Yeah, he did. AJ did a pretty good job with it. I think a few other of the performers wouldn't have been able to do a very good job with it. Now, because we have,
I was hoping.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was hoping Otis would at the end when he caught it and he started jumping up and down like earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
I think what AJ was trying to do when he was like, no, stop. I think what he was trying to get him to do was jump harder, and it was gonna rock the ladder and then make him flip. But he had to manually jump off.
Yeah.
First time because he stopped jumping.
Which maybe it wasn't working like he wanted to. Which whatever. You know. I agree with that thought though. So now that we have a couple minutes here, what was your favorite moment of the main event?
I honestly I like to see the. I was a big fan of seeing all the all the stuff on the wall, like a timeline we were running through.
Dude,
right?
it was like
it felt to me.
Yeah, it was like a museum.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed. It was cool.
I also enjoyed the comedy spots.
Yes, I was gonna say one of my favorite parts was when Tamina. I'm sorry, not Tamina. I apologize. Nia and Otis were just staying there, and he's stuffing his face, and she's like, "Oh, you fat fuck."
Yeah. Oh, the food fight. Oh, fun.
My kids. I was laughing when they sandwiched him. Oh, I was just like, oh god.
What did Ray do to somebody?
Dude.
Like, oh my god.
Because this
man got choked out.
Because he's the little guy thrown off the roof, choked out by a woman who's probably 220, 250, a dude who's 330. Like, just, you gotta be kidding me,
man.
Yeah,
the way Otis was eating the sandwich, oh my god.
It was just, Like, great stuff. Dude, and like I said, my little one, the 4-year-old, he was rolling so hard. He kept coming out like every 5 seconds, like, Dad. Laughing about something Otis said or did. And I'm like, yeah, I know, buddy. I know. It's good. It's good. With that said, we bid you all a farewell. Till next time, this is
Enjoy
Cro-Mag.
Money in the Bank.
That is Turtle. Please rewatch Money in the Bank. Share your thoughts with us. Hate on me all you want. Overall, I hate on the Money in the Bank all you want. I think it was fucking hilarious. And for you diehard old school, no, that might not be wrestling, but guess what? It's fucking hilarious.